Thank you so much for having me.
So it was Tu B'Av in Israel yesterday, and I would like to start by asking you, what is this generation's problem? Why are we getting married so late?
We are so obsessed with being independent. We want to do our own thing, grow up and get a degree and find our place in the world and do something, earn money. We're very excited about earning money. And we're just not as excited about finding a partner. We think we can do that later on. I'll do my own thing. I'll find somebody and whoop, pop them into my life and everything will be okay. But it doesn't work out so easily.
Yeah. Do you have any tips to give to this, 30-ish generation on how to find the one?
So I think that you should make dating your job. The same way that you focus really hard to earn a good living, focus really hard to find a marriage partner. So the first thing to do is date yourself. Think about, what do I want? Who am I? What is going to be good for me? And who do I want to give to? What kind of a person do I want to bring into my life? And then think about the things that you're also a little bit afraid about, and make sure you find somebody who does not trigger you and bother you to a very high degree, just somebody whose life and your life you can handle beautifully together. But you have to make it a priority. Number one is to make it a priority and say, this year I'm going to focus all of my efforts on finding somebody, and yeah, I'll do my job too.
Yeah, so some would say until you change yourself and solve your issues, you won't be able to meet anyone in the outside world.
Yeah, I think that we constantly change and evolve. And so it doesn't matter who I am today, because I'm going to be somebody new tomorrow. I need to go out there and find somebody. If I have a problem, I can fix it, right? If I broke my arm, I should fix it. But if your arm's not broken, and if your dating life isn't broken, it's just not working, then you should still make an effort forward. I don't think that we have to wait until everything is perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Everything will be good enough. And I think that that's, like, today is a great day to get started.
Yeah. How hard it is to be a matchmaker in an era of social media where everyone has access, to the potential shidduch, Instagram, Facebook, all social media?
I think it's actually potentially easier to be a matchmaker because you have so many more resources and so many more places to find people and look for them. And on the other hand, it's so much harder because people are very distracted. So even if I find an amazing person, it's getting their attention and being like, hey, how about dating? How about marriage? How about matchmaking? Let's try to set you up. Let's find somebody. So it makes it easier to find them, but it makes it a little bit harder to catch them because our attention is so distracted and all over the place.
Can I ask you about the Jews in America, how important it is for them to actually get married to a Jewish person?
It's very interesting. Over the years, that number has decreased. And since October 7th, we've seen a strong increase where Jews in America are feeling like, I have to marry somebody Jewish. You're not going to understand me. You're not going to get me. And if I don't have a Jewish partner, I could now see this is actually going to be a problem. So in general, the numbers have trended down. But over the last 3 years, they started to pick back up. And there's more of a motivation to find a Jewish partner.
Is it harder to find a Jewish shidduch for Jews in the diaspora, or is it harder in Israel?
I think it's hard to create a shidduch anywhere. It doesn't really matter where you are. I think it's very difficult to make a match and make a commitment and find a person for a lifetime. I think in Israel, it's easier because we are very family-centered and family focused, and it's a smaller country, and it just feels like it's like one big hug. We're like all together in this. And in America, everybody's very spread out. If you live in a different city, it might be a different city, it might be a different state, you might be, many hours away from them. And in Israel, we just have tighter bonds, and we have a focus on family. And so I definitely think it's much more difficult in the States.
How do you stay motivated about your job when we know it's so hard to get someone interested in another person?
So the number one thing I know is that we are here and our soulmate is here as well, right? For anybody who's listening that's single and is like, well, I don't know, maybe, are they here, are they not? 100% your soulmate is here. They are living, they are breathing, they are in this world. We just have to find them. So for me, I know that. So I'm not going on a hunt for a unicorn and trying to find something that doesn't exactly exist. I know they exist. Now it's just a matter of making sure that we have the motivation to find them and the time in our lives. And I have the skill set to do that and never-ending energy. So I don't feel discouraged about it. I get to dance at a lot of weddings.
Amazing. And it's such a great mitzvah. Aliza Ben Shalom, thank you so much for this interview and for your amazing work.
Thank you so much for having me.